Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope you are all well. So look at the time. Hang on. Okay, I don't know if you can read that, but it's 8:30. My alarm was on for 6:15 this morning and I was literally tossing and turning for so long and yeah, my phone was dead. It was plugged into the wire, but it wasn't charging. So yeah, I'm currently 2 hours behind of my day, which is not ideal, but to be honest, it's given me the opportunity to get a very good night's sleep. My ultrahuman score is very high right now. 8-hour 55 sleep I got. My score is 90 on my recovery today. So we're looking all in the green zone, which I'm very, very happy with. So yeah, maybe I'll take it as a win. Maybe I needed it. But that being said, I'm the kind of person that when I wake up late, I feel like my whole day is behind. So normally I would have been done at the gym at this point, or I would be pretty much almost finished. Never mind, we'll go to the gym a little bit later. I've just made myself a coffee. I'm probably gonna go sit on the sofa, do a little bit of planning for the day. Matt's still in bed, he got to bed really, really late. He's really struggling to sleep at the moment. So I'm gonna leave him in bed with Maple. She's been fed, she's gone back to bed. And we'll see what the day brings. But I am gonna take you through a full day of food and yeah, we can just have a fun day together. So I'm gonna go and sit on the sofa. And you know what? I might put Married at First Sight on because I didn't watch it last night. So I've been trying to get an early night to get up at 6. Right. So my calories at the moment are around 1570 or 1520. I do know, if I look. My fitness pal, 1520. So I am gonna just track this coffee very, very quickly. One thing that is so important is since becoming a coffee drinker, I was never a coffee drinker. Like when I first lost like 10 kilos in 2020, I was not a coffee drinker and I found it very, very hard to get into the routine of like having coffee and putting that, you know, those calories aside. First of all, I have either semi-skimmed, skimmed or almond milk. Almond milk I will have and skimmed milk I will have very, very close to the end of my deficit, like if I feel like it's, you know, the calories are really starting to be difficult. That being said, my calories don't typically drop much lower than where they are at the moment. I've just been really, really up and down and I wanted to push myself a little bit further from the start, with potentially the option to increase my calories a little bit further down the line if I felt that I could. Okay, so that coffee was 129 calories, so that's not too bad. 5 grams of protein, 21 grams of carbs and 2.4 grams of fat. But 129 calories times 3 coffees a day is going to add up so much. I also went for a slightly smaller amount of milk, just because I've been having a single shot of coffee and I don't feel like I need as much milk. But be mindful because those things add up, especially if you're getting them takeaway, if you're getting them out at specifically like local coffee shops, like family run coffee shops, because quite often use whole milk and they're never going to quite measure exactly what it is that they're putting into the drink, so just be mindful of that. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have, you know, a coffee now and then. Of course you can have coffee and you can definitely very, very easily allow it to fit every day into your life, but what I'm getting at is don't let it completely take over and, you know, stop you from being able to see the results that you want, because a coffee is not worth that. A coffee is absolutely not worth that, unless you think it is, then each their own. I think Married at First Sight sounds like a good choice for this morning. I've got my YouTube video to edit for this week, so I'm going to continue doing that, and then once Matt's awake, we'll make some plans for the day. I don't want to disturb him right now. First of all, my kitchen is absolutely freezing. The heating must not be on. Maple, no. Maple's only allowed to go out for 3 10-minute walks a day at the moment because she's just had her spay, but believe it or not, she is absolutely no different. She is just as hyper, so that is just absolutely fantastic. And trying to keep a big dog still is honestly so difficult, considering she probably goes on 2-hour walks a day normally. Yeah, this is going to be really, really hard. This is the 3rd day, and I feel like every day she's just getting more and more normal, which honestly is good. I need to actually check her scar in a minute. But also it's been hard because I've not been getting my steps in as much as I normally would. So I am going to take her out for a 10-minute walk, literally just around the grounds of the farm. I'm actually going to go in my pajamas. I'm not going on any grass. I'm literally just walking in the car park, the car space. And I'm just going to walk her back and forth with some treats. I might even just put my dressing gown on, to be honest, because I'm not going to see anyone. And yeah, there's not a lot we can do really anyway, so. Hang on. much ready to go to the gym. But before I go to the gym, I'm going to sort out Maple's bits and bobs for when we're busy, because obviously she cannot go out and she has to have all these kind of bits and bobs. Otherwise she goes stir crazy, which is not ideal, because I also completely understand she's not used to this level of like limited exercise. So we're going to make her some Kongs. I've also got this, which is like, I don't know, it's like, well, I mean, it looks like a little honey pot, but you just fill it with stuff and then freeze it. And I've basically just been topping it with like cream, because she will absolutely 100% want to eat it if it's covered in cream. Also got a licky mat I might make as well. But first thing is first, I need to get some gloves on because I do not want to touch. Okay, so we've gone for a little defined fit today. I've got shorts on, which I have not worn in so long. I feel like I've just been a little bit self-conscious of wearing shorts. I don't know why. I've been in my head about it, but yeah, we've got shorts on, and I'm also going to put this tight jacket on. Again, another defined piece. Honestly, their pieces are so good. I do actually have a discount code. It's Hebe. I'll pop it in the description just so you guys remember, but honestly, their stuff is so nice, and this is such a cute fit. Like, I don't think you can go wrong with all black. Really sleek, fits so well, and makes the bum look great. Let me take you into better lighting so you can see the bum. Go. Sorry, by the way, my camera is broken, so I can only zoom out a certain amount, so it's super zoomed in. But I do use my Osmo when I'm actually talking to the camera. But when I'm not, I've just been using this. So that is why not all the angles are the best. I will get it fixed. But yeah, how nice are they on the boots? And why have I not been wearing shorts? Why have I been self-conscious? And I think definitely like sweeter. It's not very sweet. I think the mango is not a mega sweet mango. But it's nice. I am only eating half of this because this is 2 portions and I only had 1 jar. I smashed all my this, so I thought, well, I'll just have to eat half. I eat the other half tomorrow, most likely breakfast. Okay, it's actually really cold. I've put the heat on in the kitchen because I'm freezing. I'm just gonna throw these on for when I get to the gym. And I'm gonna take a little energy drink. You can bring any maybe marking if you're leaving. So yeah, this is the OxyShred Ultra Energy in Pina Colada. This is also like the passion fruit, but this is my favourite. Lifting straps are essential. Headphones. So I'm literally just about to head in, but oh my god, I've got such a chill from being sat in the kitchen. It was so cold. I have got quads today, quads and back, which is why I needed my lifting straps. I absolutely love training quads and back. Where's my phone? So we have got hack squat. Then we go into lat pull down. Then we have single arm cable row. Then we go into a leg extension. So yeah, it sounds like it's quite a fun session. I absolutely love it. I love the hack squat. I really don't know what this delivery driver is behind. Oh my goodness, session done. That actually, I'm hot now. I was moaning saying that I was cold. That was a good sesh. I'm really glad that I've done it. I'm gonna head quickly to Aldi and get some bits for a autumnal recipe for lunch. Okay, so last week I made these really yummy sage and onion chicken balls. So it was like someone, sorry, that made me jump. Basically, someone had said that they'd made like a mini roast with it. So it was just a really cheap alternative to just buying chicken, but also you've got the mix of both. And obviously this is super lean, only 5% in your chicken mince, and per 100 grams, 116 calories and 20 grams of protein. That's so good. Last week I made it with some potatoes, but we're having potatoes for dinner. So I'm gonna make it with sweet potato mash, and I'm gonna have some add some garlic into it, so like a garlicky mash. This probably is gonna last me tomorrow as well, so I will just prep it for the next day because I absolutely love sweet potato mash and it is so easy reheated. I think that's reheating things can be so hard sometimes, but when it is mash, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Also, I've just had to put a really quick wash on. This was in the wash, ready to go, and I accidentally forgot to unbutton Maple's little all-in-one suit, and she's weed on it. So, because she didn't, obviously I didn't unbutton it for her. So I've just thrown that in on a quick wash. So I've had to take everything else out because I don't want her to lick her cut at all. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly get onto this because I'm starving, and I've got lots of work to do this afternoon, and it's about 1:30. So yeah, I need to get a jiffy on now. The stuffing mix, and then all we need to do is add in your mince. This is super sticky, so I have taken my rings off and I've rolled my sleeves up a little bit, and then you're literally just gonna break it all up, and I've used 500 grams of chicken mince, so it's gonna make quite a lot, which is fabulous. Old mix so that everything is together. You can do it with your hands, which I did do last time, but also the stuffing is quite hot still. It's like a really dense mixture, like it feels really heavy to like mix. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so that is the mixture fully mixed. Now we're gonna roll them into small balls. I'm gonna make them slightly smaller than I did last time just because I think they'll look nicer on my plate. And one thing I did was I sprayed my hands with oil when I was rolling them because it gets so sticky on your hands. Nothing better than a crisp snap. Caffeine free, of course. Now, one thing that I absolutely love to make at the moment, crispy kale, and I just find that it's easier to make and it tastes so good. So all I'm gonna do is put a handful of kale into my little dish. Then the tiniest drizzle of oil, and then just salt and pepper, and I literally just pop it into the oven for literally 3 to 4 minutes. It's so easy and it tastes so good, and it's just a nice change instead of, you know, steamed veg. It's nice. Honestly, this is one of the best recipes. It tastes so good, and obviously, like, I absolutely love stuffing, so it is an absolute no-brainer for me. The everything, the whole combo with a big chunk of gravy. Gorgeous. So, because I made so many balls, I can now prep some, which is really, really good. Per ball, the calories are... So each chicken stuffing ball is 59 calories and 6 grams of protein. Can you get off, please? So although sometimes, I mean, some of the balls are obviously slightly bigger, slightly smaller. So obviously sometimes, you know, for lunch, if you're only having 4, it's about 23, 24 grams of protein. Nice! Ta-da! That is good. Organised and ready for tomorrow. So we're taking Nate out for another 10-minute walk again, which she is thrilled about. As you can tell, she's very excited. I don't think she realises it's only 10 minutes. Maple, heel. I've basically just been doing some like drills with her. Heel. Good heel. Yes, good girl. And basically just been bringing treats, hoping that she's just gonna, you know, be well behaved.
I've not taught her before, so I don't know who taught her before, but it was me.
Okay, so it is 4:40. Got the TV on for making me move the remote, that's why it's written down. It's 4:40 and I need to do 15 minutes of cardio. I've got 15 minutes left to do. And then I've got so much admin, like I feel like I've not done any admin today. I've just been filming. So I've got lots of admin to do, getting my post ready for tonight, all of that kind of stuff. But I really need to do my cardio without Maple. reacting, and she's very reactive to my bike. So maybe what I do, she's been led down for a little bit now after being naughty, after her walk. So maybe I'll give her a Kong so that she'll sit pleasantly and let me go on the bike for 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not a long time. I did my other 15 this morning, like I said. So actually yesterday I sat on it for 30 minutes and the Kong lasted that whole time. So let's see. I might call her in now and get her to go on her bed for her Kong. Little girl, lie down.
Tina's smart. She uses wise.
So I'm literally just waiting for Jazz, actually the next day after the video, and I wanted to sit down and talk about weight loss and what I'm going to be achieving between now and the end of the year. I couldn't sit down and do it yesterday because Maple was just barking all day, which was just great. I'm going to preface by saying this year I have gained anywhere from about 8 to 10 kg from my leanest point last year. So this was me last year at my leanest point, and this is me now. So, or at the beginning of when I started my cut a couple of weeks ago. I've been feeling so self-conscious. I feel like I don't like heading into the gym because I feel like my clothes look funny on my body, and I know that this is all in my head, but it's something like has to change because I feel like I've completely lost my identity as a person. My whole life is about fitness, weight loss, coaching, habits, all of that kind of stuff, and I feel like I've just gone completely skew-if. So here are 5 ways that I'm going to make sure that I lose 5, 6, 7 kg over the next couple of months. Now I've said 5, 6, 7 because I haven't got a definitive answer as to how much I actually want to lose. Naturally, it's really about how I feel, and that is always what I go off of and always what I have gone off of. When I initially lost 10 kilos a couple of years ago, it was never about the weight, it was about how I felt. And once I felt really amazing, that's when I started to slowly increase my calories again. So first point is I'm going to follow a structured plan. I cannot say to you guys enough how important it is to be following something structured in the gym. Regardless if your goal is weight loss, weight gain, whatever that is, having something structured where you go in, you know what you're doing, and you leave is so important. Not only because it makes it easier once you're in there, but also because it means that you are actually progressing in certain exercises, and it's also nice to have that kind of level of competition with yourself, knowing that you can push yourself further. When you're trying to lose weight, if you have an increased muscle mass, you will burn calories naturally faster because you have more muscle on your body. So if you've got a higher muscle percentage on your body, then your metabolic rate is naturally going to be higher. So that is also why a lot of people say don't just do cardio for fat loss, because actually over the years of building muscle and growing slowly or fast, whatever it is that looks like, it will help you further down the line. Number 2 is I'm going to be eating at home more often. One thing that I really let myself slip over the summer was going out, drinking out. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a heavy drinker, but even just a small Aperol spritz here and there really makes a massive difference to my body, and I also feel very fluffy when I have that. So that's something to definitely bear in mind. Home cooked meals are very underrated, and I feel like sometimes we prioritize, protein, calorie deficit, and as much as those things are vital and very important, having your meals cooked at home will make that so much easier to hit, make it so much more manageable. And don't get me wrong, that's not me saying you can't go out for dinner, because we all go out for dinner. I still go out once, twice, every so often. But it's trying to hone down on that, because also I'm spending money on something that isn't aligning to my goal. Like, why am I doing that? Don't get me wrong, if it's a friend's birthday, I'm heading out. But moving on to point 3, if I am going out, I'm making sacrifices. So I might be someone who wants a starter, main and a dessert. Well, I'm not going to be having that because that's totally unrealistic. The way that I typically would do it, and the way that I would set it for my clients, is I would probably give them around 700 to 800 calories. And I say, right, go and take that and you spend that how you wish. But throughout the rest of the day, you need to make sure that you are working towards minus 700 or 800 calories, whatever you're saving for that evening. I sometimes would say to someone to have a smaller breakfast, or potentially just have a brunch rather than a breakfast and a lunch. Completely up to the person, completely up to the individual, and whatever works best for them. For me, sometimes I'll find that having a high protein brunch is the best thing, because also I feel like I've then ticked off quite a lot of my protein goal. So that's something that's important, because typically when you go out, you're not going to be having as much protein as you would normally have in like a home cooked
meal, unless you're literally choosing like a grilled chicken option. Step 4 is I'm going to be tracking my progress, because you cannot get anywhere without stats. It is completely and utterly unrealistic for you to just be like, oh, I'm, you know, wanting to get from A to B without tracking anything, whether that be your weight, whether that be progress pictures. You don't have to do everything, just one form of tracking. I personally, for me, find that scale weight and progress pictures is what I typically track. I will sometimes take my weight daily just to see the fluctuations. I am, however, just want to put a disclaimer, not triggered by the scale and have never been triggered by the scale. So if you do feel like sometimes the scale can affect your well-being, then I probably would suggest weighing weekly or bi-weekly, but progress pictures are absolutely vital because you will be so shocked when you see the difference between A and B. Okay, 5th and finally, this kind of doesn't feel like it sounds like it links to fat loss, and I suppose it doesn't, but I perform so much better when I feel good. So I feel good when I've done my makeup, when I have freshly washed hair. I feel good when my space is tidy. I feel good when potentially I fake tanned. Whatever it is that makes me feel good, I'm going to turn up and show up as that person when I wake up. I watched a podcast the other day, or I saw it on TikTok or something, a clip. I can't remember where it was from, and someone, who was it? I can't remember, but someone basically said, before I do anything, I wake up and I put my face on, and that is what gets me motivated and productive to start the day. And I cannot explain to you how much I resonate with that, because turning up to your day in your pajamas and not showing up for yourself is the first point where you're just going to miss out everything. If I'm sat around lounging in my pajamas, it is so unlikely that I'm going to get up and go to the gym. And I'm being self-employed. I have so many luxuries, but also a difficulty is sometimes being disciplined with yourself and disciplined with your time. So that is my 5th and final. Now, don't get me wrong, there is so much more to it, and every person is individual, but I do believe sometimes it's important to tailor everything to you and make sure that you are doing what you know works best for you, not for anyone else. If you are interested in our one-to-one or our group coaching, I have got a link in the description. Our team is called Anesta Coaching, and we would of course love to help you achieve your goals. But without further ado, let's get straight back into tonight's dinner, which is a really nice dinner, and I ate it last night, so I know it's nice.
Okay, so for dinner, I am making chicken and chorizo loaded potatoes. So, I've got chicken thighs because I fancied chicken thighs instead, and then we have got some diced chorizo already. The only thing that I would say about chorizo is it is so high in calories, so I'm going to make sure that I'm 100% weighing this out properly because I do not want any hiccups when it comes to that. I have popped the potatoes into the oven. I've sliced them really thin because I want them to be I want them to cook through quite quickly. Oh, I'm so impatient. I'm actually going to probably, whilst they're out, just give them a quick little turn around.
Kiss sticker, my oh my, I'm gonna put you shine. Kiss sticker. Matt you want some cider, don't you?
Yep.
And I'm gonna have a prosecco because I don't move yet because I've got enough calories for it. So yeah, sorry, the camera would have fallen over.
How much protein in a bottle of prosecco?
There's not any protein in prosecco.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You maybe
sure.
crack an egg in it.
Is there anything else you need whilst we're here, or?
No, not really. Get some snacks just in case I start moaning about it.
I did get you snacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here we go. That will do. If I get a big one, I'll have more, so... Sorry.
Snake.
Question is, do you look 25?
Probably not. It's like those, you know those like TikToks where it's like, have a good day, and they're like, you too, and then it's like a dog and goes, you too, and it takes all day.
Yeah.
It's like, love them ones.
I love them ones too.
I love them.